Hey, what's happening? Jeff Pish here. We're going in on another beat of the week. Today, we're working on this cool, like funky, kind of swing eighth groove. Again, this is all these beats of the week come from live situations that I've worked out and groups that I've worked with, that I work with currently. This one is from an original tune from the band The Sermon that I work with. It's an organ quartet thing, so it's like that funky soul vibe. It's from a tune called Bustle. It's just really groovy, sits in there real nicely. We're kind of swinging the eights a little bit. So let's get into it. So you can see here on the page, it's a 2-bar phrase. And again, this is, as always, this is the framework for what's going to create the tune, and I definitely improvise around this whole thing, but this is kind of, like I said, this is the framework for what we're building here. So if you take a look, again, it's 2-bar phrase. You know, we got the 2, and then we're doing an count backbeat on that first bar. 1, 2, 3, Find that accent on the count, and then the second bar just keeps rolling through on the 2 and the 4. So it just gives this kind of jumpy, when you go to that count, it gives you just a different vibe. You know, sitting here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, that kind of moves you a little bit, you know, creates that funky feel. So let's get into it and let's check out, we'll break it down. Kick drum, and I'm going to keep some time over here on the hi-hat. It was tricky trying to separate these parts out in my head because I just, worked it out as a whole thing. But we're going to dig in, break it down, and see what we got. So kick drum, I'm going to work at slow tempo, so we're down at 90 BPM. Let's check it out. So you can kind of hear in there, like we're not playing straight 16th notes. We have, it's that rolling, kind of swinging 8th or 16th note feel in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, ba bum ba bum. So our 16th notes are there instead of there. And so this one, so there's all kinds of detailing you can do when you're swinging 16ths or 8ths like this. This one, I'm putting a pretty good amount of space between what would be considered the count and where the downbeat sits. So it's a bit of a wider swing, if you will, which kind of creates that a little bit more bouncy, a little edgier kind of feel. If we were a little closer together, almost that triplet, like full triplet feel. That kind of widens, or kind of gives it more of a washy feel rather than that punchiness. So let's go ahead now and add our snare part. We got, again, it's all about the ghost notes to get the feel going. So work slow, check things out, find that accuracy between the little ghosties and our accents. Make sure we're getting good quality of sound out of the accents. And let's check it out. I'm going to see if I can do it just the hands. Just the hands. And there it is. I was glad I was able to make that happen. So you also hear another texture in there. We're opening the hi-hats on the 1 and. So that open hi-hat goes along with the melodic figure that's happening in the organ. So again, just using my ears to try to adjust accordingly for what I play behind the instrument to coordinate and help elevate as much as I can, the rest of the band, and really be contributing and not just playing, just drum parts. These are musical ideas. So let's go ahead and put it all together, down tempo, and see what we got. And there's the whole pattern. So that's, again, it's our framework. So now let's go ahead. So we play this tune about 102, 104. So I'm going to bump the click up. We'll go to the 104 and let's play our framework. Let's check it out and get these details in there. How that space between the swung notes, are checking our volume levels, always being diligent about our details. And there's our groovy feel. That's the tune called Bustle by The Sermon. Now, of course, always our next step is to start to improvise around that. Again, it's one of those things. You're in a live setting. There's a lot of improvisation happening between the players. So you want to be free to use that, again, as our framework and try some different ideas around that, different hi-hat thing or change up where the snare drum comes in, different things like that. So I'm going to get into it and just kind of improvise a little bit around that. And there you have it. So nice, funky, swung 16th note funk. Great on this tune. And that's our beat for this week. So please do, as always, all those YouTube things. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. I do hope you're having a fantastic day. And we'll catch you on the next one.